So let's get started. Today's topic is on mental health awareness. So we will talk about some information on mental health and look at some online resources. So in this presentation, we will discuss mental health and its importance, hotline numbers and websites, online counseling, and about a few mental health applications. Content advisory. In this session, we will be discussing themes of mental health and mental illness. The information provided is for educational purposes, and none of the Cyber Seniors volunteers are trained mental health practitioners. So, what's mental health? It's an individual's cognitive, emotional, and behavioral well-being. So, mental health versus physical health. So first of all, physical health is the current state of your physical body. Physical health is affected by illnesses, injuries, nutrition, sleep, and exercise. Mental health is the state of your emotional and cognitive well-being. Mental health is affected by your stress level, physical surroundings, self-perception, and mental illnesses. The most commonly diagnosed mental health disorders are anxiety and depression. So anxiety is known as distress or unease of the mind caused by fear of real or perceived danger. Depression is a persistent feeling of sadness and or numbness. These are some mental disorder statistics around the world and also in the US. So in terms of anxiety, an estimated 31.1% of US adults experience any anxiety disorder at some time in their lives. In terms of depression, an estimated 3.8% of the population experience depression, including 5% of adults. That is 4% among men and 6% among women, and 5.7% of adults older than 60 years. OCD, approximately 2.3% of the population has OCD, which is about 1 in 40 adults and 1 in 100 children in the US. Bipolar disorder, 46 million people around the world, including 2.8% of the US population, have bipolar disorder. Let's look at the importance of mental health. Mental health is affected by many different factors and can change gradually or very rapidly. It can affect how you think, feel, and behave. Research shows that good mental health is linked to improved learning, creativity, higher levels of productivity, better social relationships, good physical health, and increased life expectancy. Let's look out for the symptoms. So some symptoms are not visible to the human eyes. In fact, more than half of them are not. Symptoms vary from person to person. Some of the symptoms are changes in sleep, mood swings, drug or alcohol abuse, excessive anger or worry or fear, lacking energy, feeling depressed or unhappy. So there's pandemic's impact on mental health. Our social life is a foundation of our mental health. Coping with major changes does not come easy to some people. Isolation can cause big upticks in depression and anxiety. COVID-19 has isolated people and kept us from celebrating life events, grieving together, and interacting daily with others. A large portion of the population has filed for unemployment, businesses have shut down, and children have been at home all day due to school closures. These external stresses can have a big impact on mental health. These are some effects of technology on mental health. So let's look at the pros first. Raises awareness on important issues around the world. It can combat loneliness and increase social connections, especially during COVID restrictions. It can create and maintain relationships, and allows you to easily access useful services. Some cons of technology: it promotes fake news, it can encourage antisocial behavior, social media can negatively influence well-being and satisfaction. There is cyberbullying, it can upset sleeping habits and can cause screen burnout. So how do you combat screen burnout? Screen burnout is the feeling of mental exhaustion that can come from using an electronic device and staring at a screen for a long period of time. If you use your phone before bed, it can also disrupt your sleeping habits due to blue light. Follow the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, focus your eyes away from your screen and look at an object 20 feet away for 20 seconds. And balance is also key. Affirmations for mental wellness. The first one is, setbacks do not equal failure. Setbacks are a part of life, so you can learn and grow from them. You are allowed to set boundaries. These boundaries are good for you and also the people around you. You are more than an illness. An illness can be a part of you, something that you have to deal with, but it's not your identity. Even if it might feel that way, because it is such a big part of your life. And it's okay to rest. You cannot always be on. Everyone needs a break to be able to function. So these are some supports. First one is a trusted person. If you feel that you have someone close and understanding in your life, reaching out to them is always a good first step. Second is therapy, also known as counseling. These are mental health professionals who can help you when you need some extra support. There are also call centers. Most call centers are completely anonymous and run 24/7. This is a great resource when seeking immediate help. So these are some mental health hotlines and support websites. First one is Ontario, Connects Ontario, 1-866-531-2600. Then we've got Ontario Senior Safety Line, 1-866-299-1011. Canada, Crisis Services Canada, that's 988. US, Mental Health America Hotline, 1-800-273-TALK or 8255. You can also text them at MHA in capitals to 741-741. And then in the US, there's a National Alliance on Mental Health. The number is 1-800-950-6264. You can text them at NAMI in capitals to 741-741. Then the websites are Ontario Bounce Back. The link is bounceback.ontario.ca. Then you get the Distress and Crisis Ontario. You can search for dcontario.org. And then we have, so there are a list of resources per province. You can find that at findhelp.ca. And then there's a Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The link is suicidepreventionlifeline.org. If you don't see a resource linked that is connected to where you are, you can search for mental health hotline and the search engine will categorize it to your location. So there's online counseling as well. These are some resources for online counseling. So you get talkspace.com, there is betterhelp.com, and also 7cups.com. If none of these three resources are accessible where you are located, then you can simply type in online counseling into your browser, and the ones that appear first will be categorized to your location. So let's look at some of these resources in detail. So the first one is Talkspace. You can access Talkspace through www.talkspace.com. It's an online therapy platform for anyone. After a brief assessment, you can select a therapist from a list of recommendations, then start sessions. You get 24/7 access and reach out whenever you need. You can also switch therapists at no extra cost, and you can chat with a live consultant for free to find out more information. Some forms of insurance are accepted, so you can take an online assessment to determine your eligibility for coverage. Then there's BetterHelp. You can access this website through betterhelp.com. It's a website and an app that offers online counseling with licensed professionals. You can sign up and answer a few questions to be connected to a therapist who fits your needs and preferences. You can get help from anywhere and at any time through this website. There are some additional features like group sessions, digital worksheets, and easy to switch providers. The cost ranges from $65 to $90 per week based on your location, preferences, and therapist availability. You can cancel your membership at any given time. The third one is 7 Cups of Tea. You can access this through 7cups.com. It's an on-demand emotional health service and online therapy provider. They connect real people to real listeners in one-on-one chat rooms. So anyone who wants to talk about whatever is on their mind can quickly reach out to a listener. The 7Cups app is available for download on both iOS and Android. You can choose a free account whereby you speak to a listener or a paid account where you speak to a certified professional. The paid service averages around $150 per month. Some other mental health apps include MoodFit, Headspace, and Happify. So let's look at MoodFit. It adapted based on your goals. There's ability to track your progress. There are daily reminders to keep you on track, and you can it's also customizable based on your needs and goals. Headspace application, it's accessible meditation options for all skill levels. You can track your daily meditation progress, choose between a male or a female voice, and then you can browse different categories to prioritize what you want to focus on. Then we've got the Happify application. It's a variety of tracks to focus on specific areas of life. It's developed by experts, including therapists and coaches. It helps you understand your mood and emotions, and it also has some interactive games. So there is a webinar link on this slide. You can watch it later. We will not go through it right now. So let's look at another application called MoodFit. You can access MoodFit through their website, getmoodfit.com. It's available on Google Play and the Apple App Store. It includes daily goals and self-care, mood and gratitude journaling, mindfulness meditation, CBT, breathing exercises, therapy, medication reminders, and more. There is a free version and a paid premium version with additional features. Happify, the next app is happify.com. It offers effective evidence-based solutions for better mental health. You can find out your happiness score to track your moods. You can also play engaging activities and games on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Happify does not provide medical advice, psychiatric diagnosis, or treatment. It is not meant to be used during a crisis. A subscription to Happify costs around $14.99 per month. Now let's look at the Headspace app. You can access the Headspace app through headspace.com/headspace-meditation-app. So the link is given here. Headspace brands itself as being a gym membership for the mind. People note that they can feel the hard to quantify benefits from Headspace that have to do with their attention span, equanimity, sense of alertness, and the ability to deal with stressors in daily life. You get a 14-day free trial, then you must sign up for a subscription if you want to continue using the app. Monthly, it costs around $12.99, and then yearly, it's about $69.99. So hopefully you have learned more about mental health and some of the many accessible resources. So remember that you all matter. Thank you for listening. So you can learn more about Cyberseniors at this link, and you can also call this number. Thank you, everyone.